Hello and welcome. Today, I want to invite you into a conversation that feels timeless. We live in a world that is constantly pushing us forward toward achievement, toward performance, toward career success, toward money. Everywhere we look, the message is loud and clear. Do more, be more, earn more, hurry. And for many of us, this has become the rhythm of life. But here's the question I want us to sit with today. What if we stopped for a moment? What if we allowed ourselves to breathe, to rest, to see that life is not only about rushing to the next milestone, but also about living here, now, with a calm mind and an open heart? This episode is an invitation to pause, to reflect, to remember that rest is not wasted time. Rest is life itself, and when we forget how to rest, we forget how to truly live. Let's begin by acknowledging the reality most of us are in. From the moment we wake up, the rush begins. The phone is in our hand before we've even stretched. Notifications, emails, to-do lists waiting. We check the time, already feeling late, even if the day has just begun. For many, mornings are not gentle. They're a sprint before the marathon, and then comes work, the career chase, the meetings, the deadlines, the endless ladder we are taught to climb. We're told this is success, being busy, being in demand, being stressed. Stress has almost become a badge of honor. If you say you're exhausted, people nod as if it means you're important. But beneath this, something is breaking. Burnout is everywhere. Anxiety, depression, chronic fatigue, these are not personal weaknesses. They are symptoms of a society that forgot how to rest. And money, the fear of not having enough, the pressure to earn more, buy more, prove more. Many of us tie our worth directly to our salary, our title, our possessions. But when you stop and ask, when will it ever be enough? The answer is often silence, because chasing enough in the external world is a race without a finish line. Now imagine this. What if you pressed pause? What if for one day you let go of the chase? What if success was not defined by how much you produced, but by how deeply you lived? We have forgotten the art of stillness, but stillness is not laziness. Stillness is strength. It's a choice to sit with yourself and realize that you don't need to constantly earn your right to exist. Nature shows us this truth so beautifully. Trees do not rush, and yet they grow. The ocean does not hurry, and yet its waves shape the shore. Seasons come and go without forcing. Life unfolds with rhythm, not with frantic speed. Why then do we, as human beings, believe we must push against the current every single day? Rest is not the opposite of productivity. Rest is what makes productivity sustainable. Without it, we collapse. With it, we flourish. But let's be honest, it's not easy. Rest can feel uncomfortable. Why? Because the moment we stop, the noise inside our head gets louder. Thoughts rush in. Am I doing enough? What if I fall behind? What will people think? Our minds are so conditioned to measure time and productivity that slowing down feels like failure. We also live in a culture of comparison. Social media shows us everyone's highlights, new jobs, promotions, travels, achievements, and we think, I can't stop now. I'll be left behind. But comparison is a thief. It steals the joy of your own journey, so we avoid rest. We fill every silence with noise, every free moment with scrolling, every pause with distraction, because rest confronts us with ourselves, and sometimes that feels scary. But here's the truth. Avoiding rest costs us far more than embracing it ever could. So what happens when you allow yourself to rest? First, your body remembers its natural rhythm. Sleep deepens. Stress hormones lower. Your heart beats easier. Rest is medicine, and it's free. Second, your mind clears. Ideas come not when you're racing, but when you're relaxed. Creativity needs space. Have you ever noticed that solutions often appear in the shower, on a walk, or just as you're drifting off to sleep? That's the power of rest. Third, your soul breathes. Rest reconnects you with joy, with meaning, with the small moments you overlook when you're rushing. You notice the taste of your food, the sound of laughter, the beauty of a sunset. You notice life itself, and perhaps most importantly, rest reminds you that you are not a machine. You are human. You are allowed to pause. You are allowed to simply be. What if success was not about climbing endlessly, but about balance, about living with peace in your mind and love in your heart? Imagine a society where rest was celebrated, where saying I took a day off was not met with suspicion, but with admiration. Imagine children growing up learning not only how to achieve, but also how to care for their inner world. Imagine if companies measured success not only in profits, but in the well-being of their people. This is not fantasy. It's possible, but it begins with us, with each person who chooses to redefine success in their own life. With each moment we say, I will not let exhaustion be my identity. I will value rest as much as work. Let's talk about how this can look in daily life, because rest is not just about sleeping more. It's about creating a culture of calm around your life. Micro pauses. During your day, take short moments to stop. Even 1 minute to close your eyes, stretch, or breathe deeply can reset your mind. Digital boundaries. Put the phone down sometimes, turn off notifications for a while. The world will survive without your instant response. Rituals of joy. Rest doesn't always mean doing nothing. It can mean doing something gentle that nourishes you, reading, walking, cooking slowly, listening to music. Permission slips. Write yourself a simple note. I am allowed to rest. Keep it where you'll see it. Sometimes you need permission from yourself more than from anyone else. Celebrate rest when you take time off. Don't apologize for it. Own it. Share it proudly. Show others it's okay. These are not luxuries. They are survival skills. They are ways to reclaim your life from the endless chase. Let's shift perspective for a moment. Think back to your happiest memories. Were they times of frantic work, or were they times of presence? The laughter with friends, the quiet walk, the morning when you had nowhere to be? Rest is often where the real treasures of life live. And think ahead to the future. When you are older, looking back, what will matter? The endless overtime, or the moments you allowed yourself to breathe, to connect, to live? Chasing career and money is not wrong. Goals are beautiful. Ambition is powerful. But when they consume every breath, they turn from gifts into chains. The balance lies in pursuing with passion, but also pausing with intention. It takes courage to rest in a world that glorifies exhaustion. It takes strength to say, I choose peace over pressure. I choose balance over burnout. But every time you choose rest, you are not falling behind. You are moving closer to a life that is truly yours. Rest is a rebellion against a culture of constant demand. Rest is self-respect. Rest is wisdom. So the next time your mind says, I can't stop, I have too much to do, try whispering back, I will stop because I have too much life to live. As we close this conversation today, I want you to remember something simple. You are not here only to work, to achieve, to run. You are here to live, and life is richer when you give yourself permission to pause. So today, let this be your gentle reminder. Rest is not wasted time. Rest is where you return to yourself. Rest is where clarity is born. Rest is where joy comes alive. Allow yourself to stop. Allow yourself to breathe. Allow yourself to rest. And maybe, just maybe, the next time the world tells you to hurry, you'll smile softly and remember, you don't need to run every moment. Sometimes the most powerful step you can take is the one where you stand still. Thank you for listening. May this reflection bring lightness to your day and courage to choose rest when you need it most.